ecosystem. The world around us is made up of living and non-living factors. Living factors are called biotic factors, while non-living factors are called abiotic factors. There is a continuous interaction between these biotic and abiotic factors. Living organisms and their habitat environment are correlated with each other. The structure which is formed due to these reciprocal relationships is called an ecosystem. Come, after this quick introduction about what is an ecosystem, let's quickly discuss about the components that make up this ecosystem. Components of ecosystem. We have learned that ecosystem is formed due to the interactions between biotic and abiotic factors. Abiotic factors can be broadly classified into two types: physical and chemical. Air, water, vapor, minerals, soil, sunlight are some examples of physical factors. Chemical components of our ecosystem may be inorganic or organic. Hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, calcium, iron, potassium, sodium are some examples of inorganic chemical substances, whereas proteins, carbohydrates, and lipids are some examples of organic chemical substances. Biotic factors of ecosystem include all living organisms. They can be broadly classified into three types: producers, consumers, and decomposers based on their mode of nutrition. Plants which make their own food are called autotrophs and are termed as producers of ecosystem. Animals cannot prepare their own food. Therefore, they are called heterotrophic organisms and are classified as consumers of ecosystem. Animals which directly obtain their food from plants are called primary consumers. Animals which feed on primary consumers are called secondary consumers. And animals which eat secondary consumers as their food are called tertiary consumers. Microbes are the decomposers of ecosystem. Even these microbes are heterotrophic in nature because, unlike consumers, microbes cannot prepare their own food and depend on other organisms for their food requirements. Do you know? The organic substances from dead bodies of plants and animals are decomposed and converted into inorganic substances by microorganisms. Therefore, microbes are said to be decomposers of the ecosystem. After this brief study about components of the ecosystem, let us proceed to study about how these components interact with each other. Structure of an ecosystem. Living organisms need different types of abiotic factors, and they have different capacities to adapt with those abiotic factors. Some microbes need oxygen while some don't. Some plants need more sunlight while some grow well in shade. Each and every abiotic factor like air, water, soil, sunlight, temperature, humidity, etc. affects the biotic factors in the ecosystem. The abiotic factors in an ecosystem decide which biotic factors will survive in it and what will be their number. The proportion of abiotic factors in an ecosystem is always changing as biotic factors use or excrete abiotic factors. Every biotic factor affects abiotic factors as well as other biotic factors around it. Every living organism in an ecosystem plays a particular role while living, moving, doing in that ecosystem. The position of any living organism in context to other living organisms and the role it is playing is called niche. Look at this image. The image shows interaction among factors of an ecosystem. Biotic factors like plants, which are the producers of an ecosystem, require abiotic factors like water and minerals from soil, carbon dioxide from atmosphere, and solar energy from sun to make food by the process of photosynthesis. During this process, solar energy is converted into chemical energy and oxygen is released in atmosphere. Plants also require abiotic factor like oxygen for respiration. Biotic factors like animals cannot prepare their own food and thus depend on plants directly or indirectly for their food requirements. Primary consumers, secondary consumers, tertiary consumers all depend on the producers directly or indirectly for their food. Like plants, all animals also use abiotic factor like oxygen for respiration and release carbon dioxide in atmosphere, which can be used by plants. Another abiotic factor which is essential for the survival of animals is water. When biotic factors like plants and animals die, other biotic factors like microbes and fungi play its role. They are the decomposers of ecosystem. These living organisms bring about decomposition of dead plants and animals, due to which simple inorganic substances are released in the soil and atmosphere. During each step of transfer of food, energy transfer takes place, and during each energy transfer, some amount of energy is released as heat. The abiotic factors are recycled back in the ecosystem and are again used by plants. Thus, the process of nutrient and energy cycling goes on continuously in the ecosystem. Here we are talking so much about ecosystem, but do you know who coined the term ecosystem? Let us peep back in history and find out. Looking back, new words are created with the development in science. Same is the case with the word ecosystem. How can we describe the interrelationship between physical and biological factors in one word? In 1930, this question was asked to a scientist, Roy Clapham. Ecosystem was his answer. His colleague, Arthur George Tensley, used this word in 1935. Biotic community is another name for ecosystem. If you have observed our surroundings well, you might have noticed that our world is made up of different types of ecosystems. Come, let us learn about different types of ecosystems in the next part of this chapter.